What's up, YouTube? Derek in the house. Alright, today I want to talk about a few things that I firmly believe you should be tracking in order to monitor your results, to make changes in your program, and just to overall track your progress, right? So, what are they? Whatever your goals are, whether you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to build muscle, maintain the same weight, if you have body image goals, or even performance goals, like if you're an athlete, I firmly believe these are the main things that you should be tracking, and I'm going to explain to you on why. Alright, so number one, track your workouts. And what I mean by that is how many sets did you do? How many reps did you do? You can also put in how did that set feel? How did that weight feel? The reason why that's so important is that if you keep track, like let's say if you do a bench press and you're lifting 135 pounds, right? If that week you got 10 reps, then the next week, if your goal is to hit 10 reps again, maybe bump it up to 140 pounds. And then the week after, maybe bump it up to 145 pounds. The reason why this is so important is that way you know yourself that you're progressing, right? That's a method of progressive overload. The most simplest basic method of progressive overload. And progressively overloading is so important because you'll be able to get, that's the number one way to build muscle and to get results, right? You want to get stronger over time. You want to be able to do more reps of a given weight over time. And the biggest recommendation is that you never want to stay at the same weight for no more than 3 weeks, right? If you are doing the same weight for 3 weeks, something's got to give. It's time to either bump up the weight, you got to change something, bump up, maybe add in another set, right? Or maybe make the weight harder. Okay, so that's number one. You want to track your weight, the amount of weight that you are lifting, so that way you know you're progressing over time. Another thing you want to track is your nutrition, right? There are many different forms of tracking. You can do the old school way of food log. You can do tracking apps such as MyFitnessPal, Lose It, Calorie Counter. There are so many different versions, right? But you want to keep track of your nutrition in terms of a diary and in terms of also getting like a food scale. The reason why a food scale is so important is because you would know the exact amount that you are eating, right? So many people come to me and say, I can't lose weight. And then they tell me that they're tracking their calories, but they don't have a food scale, right? So when they're at home, they're just eyeballing and guessing the amount that they are eating. And that may work, and that will work, right? But the thing is, there comes to a point where it may not work. And if you hit that point where it doesn't work, and you're eating healthy, you're eating the best, like you're telling me all these things, it just comes down to tracking, monitoring the exact amount that you are eating. And then from there, I guarantee you that you'll be able to, then you can really make the changes, right? Then you for sure know that, hey, if you're eating this amount and it's not working, you may have to reduce that amount of food that you eat. Or activity, increase activity, okay? But when it comes to nutrition, it's good to track on like MyFitnessPal, like a tracking app, to monitor what you're eating throughout the whole day and to monitor how much, especially how much you're eating throughout the whole day, okay? The third thing that you want to track is cardio. Again, guys, activity is the main thing. There's a certain amount of calories that you want to expend and intake on a day-to-day basis, right? If you're not losing weight, one of the easiest quick fixes is to just track your cardio. Like how many calories you are burning during that session. So let's say in a whole week, well, let's say you do cardio 3 times a week, okay? And let's say in one cardio session you burn 200 calories in like 20 minutes, okay? So let's say you do that 3 times a week. So you're burning 200 calories every session. That's 600 calories that you burn in a week, okay? Usually that amount should help you should help you to lose weight. But if you're still not losing weight, bump your cardio into 30 minutes and maybe you'll burn around 300 to 400 calories. And if you're still not losing weight, then bump your cardio up to 400, 500 calories and see if you lose weight there. right? If you're still not losing weight, then there's something else that has to give. Maybe it's still increase more cardio, increase more activity, especially if you're very inactive throughout the day. Cardio becomes extremely important. Or you may have to reduce your calories, right? Depending per person, you may not want to, there may be a better option. It's either those two. Decrease your nutrition, right? Reduce your calories intake, or increase your activity, increase your cardio. So that's why it's so important to keep track of those things, so that way you know what changes to make. The next thing you want to track, number 4, is your weight, your daily weight, your body weight, okay? It's so important to track it every morning. The very first thing that you do once you wake up is pee, and if you feel like you have to poop, if that's your poop time, go poop, okay? Once you pee and poop, your body that is the most truest weight that you have, right? Go butt naked, maybe even just some boxers, but that right there, after you pee, poop, and you're naked, those 3 things are, if you break down those 3 things, you get the most truest weight that you can have, okay? So if you track your weight every single day, what we're looking for is the average. What you want to do is you average out your entire weight throughout that week. And then from there, if you're not losing at least 1 to 2 pounds per week or even more, if that's your goal to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week, and you're not losing that, then something in your nutrition, something in your cardio, something in your strength training, you have to make adjustments, right? But ideally, we want to see an average of whatever you're aiming for. Usually it's 1 to 2 pounds per week. Again, if you're gaining too much, if you're losing way too much, then you have to, again, something has to change either with your cardio, your nutrition, or your strength training. But that is why it's so important to track day to day how much weight you are losing, so that way you know what changes to make, okay? Another form of progress that you can check, that you can do, I like to do this at least once a week, is progress pictures, right? Take a front picture, a side picture, or a back picture. Because usually, sometimes the scale is not the best form of measurement, right? And if you at least track your progress through pictures, you can possibly see the small little changes. Maybe in your face, your cheeks went down, or your neck is going down, like it's a lot slimmer. Maybe your chest is less saggy, or your stomach, you can start seeing your stomach slim down. A lot of times the scale won't tell you that. Okay, so it's good to take pictures. Another reason why the scale is not the best method, but it's still good to do, but it's not the best method because sometimes it depends on what you ate that night. If you eat more sodium that night, you're going to hold on to a lot of water. So water retention is a big thing. So if you drink a lot of water and hop on the scale, you'll notice that your weight went up. And it's not a big deal. Water retention is not a big deal. Okay, you burn that off right away. Sodium is not much of a big deal that people think, right? It just adds a lot of water retention. Okay, those are the main forms of tracking that I would do on a consistent basis to determine what changes you need to make. Okay, other things that you can do that are more like every once in a while is just tape measurements, clothing sizes, right? Because those are things that you will notice over time, and also like a body fat scanner is another method. Okay, but the top 5 again, guys, is track your workouts, track your nutrition, track your cardio, track your weigh-ins, and rewatch this video because I'm blanking out. But yeah, guys, those are the main things to track. Other than that, guys, today honestly, day 14, I believe, or day 15, one of those two, I'll put it in my top video, and I'll also show you guys just little clips again of what I did today, a few things, nothing crazy. But yeah, guys, if this video has helped you out to learn what to track, please like the video, comment, and subscribe. And guys, again, what doesn't get measured doesn't get managed. So don't underestimate the power of tracking. Don't underestimate how much it can benefit you to get your results. I challenge you to start doing it if you're not doing it. If you're not doing it and you're wondering why you're not getting results, the answer is within tracking. Track your shit. All right, peace. I'm out.